That just got to shake up. Here we go. Marines starting in there. Always constant spawn. Controls being blue. CiB. At the south, in cargo spawn, we have the alien orange team. DTPN. Doing a 2-1-2 split.
2-1-2. Looks like go a little bit heavier on the topo side, trying to get up an engagement there. Looks like they want to get some forward presence and just kind of like wait for an ambush and protect Nano, since they're setting up there so quickly, which is pretty common on Veil for aliens to go immediately for that double res.
Yeah, I was just looking at them. They look like they also did a pretty standard opening now with the comm building their armory up top. However, the thing we don't see is kind of our new common 2IP start, so I think this is going to be probably a more traditional style of play. Maybe traditional, we don't really know. It could be something thrifty. With the first fight happening over here in East Junction, just missed the tail end of it. First blood going to the Marine. One Marine getting taken out, however, and one Skulk left to fight two Marines. Dufarai versus Vidak and Kozak. Dufarai trying to get the escape, getting fragged by Vidak slightly around the corner.
Oh, they find the Drifter.
Being caught to boot.
Now, they hit that earlier in accident. I wonder if they knew it was there or if it was just another accidental hit and they managed to get it. I think it was that they saw it earlier. That's a good pickup though early on. 3 res hurts the aliens at this stage of the game.
I'm curious if the Marine team is going to bother contesting Nano or if they're going to go for a more, well, they went for phase or ops, which only makes me think phase tag. So I think they might be leaving Nanogrid alone for a while, which is the double res build for the aliens. And another fight going on over there in C12. The 2v1 fight right now. Kozak being left to fight for himself against Goblin. Except the big fight coming up. The reinforcements getting cleaned up as they stream through the door into C12.
So far, DTPN doing a really good job at just being patient with their ambushes, knowing when to engage instead of just rushing into fights. And it's paying off in dividends here with how much they've been able to keep the Marines out of Nano. But they haven't really been putting too much pressure on the Marines, just now hitting skylights. Marines going up to 5 extractors here pretty soon. C12 still not built. Actually, no, we have C12 and Pipeline already dropped with no one there. Maybe a little bit more, getting a little bit ahead of themselves.
Yeah, I'd say that the aliens are doing like a good job of what they need to do, because you have these 2 unbuilt extractors. The Marines are stuck on 3, the aliens are also on 3, which, when you're even with Marines, you're doing really well for yourself. As long as they keep them just stuck to 3 and the aliens can kind of expand to 4 or 5, which looks like they're going to be trying to do, they'll definitely start slowly taking a lead here. As long as they can manage to keep the Marines from actually building C12 and Neck just getting popped by a little cyst down there in Pipeline. So they should know that the expansion's getting a little unmanageable.
And Cabral just running into a mine there. Could have easily taken that fight 2v1 and not with no losses, but took too much chip damage from that mine. Drifter getting involved here in system, maybe accidentally, but they're going to be able to clean up that last Marine. And the Marine's not really making any progress on the left side of the map, and on the right side, they still have C12 not built. I mean, it's been here for a long time now. They've got to know that DTPN is just waiting.
Coming in by Goblin right there, trying to make a big play, managing to chip both Marines of their armor. And if Duferari can make a nice ambush here, he gets some help from Cabal coming in from the dome. 2 aliens versus 2 Marines in C12 right now. First kill going to the aliens right there, but now cleaned up with a 2v1 fight. More reinforcements coming in from Topo, securing a Marine win for the fight for C12.
Finally, three minutes after it's dropped, finally being able to build C12. That's how long the aliens have been able to keep the Marines out of that room, not removing the blueprint extractor the whole time. So just tying up those resources. And they find another Drifter. I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. It looks like they got a phase gate dropped over in system waypointing, so they want to get some forward momentum there.
I'm curious to see if the aliens are going to respond to this, or if they're going to try to clear out the Pipeline guys. Looks like there's a 3rd man who just got cleaned up by Cabal. Kozak going down over in East Junction. Pipeline apparently losing another man, so it's just 1 Marine left in the edge there. So it looks like we'll probably see a play going on for system. A scan going down as the phase gate goes up. We have 1 Skulk versus 2 Marines. Power going on. Now this phase gate is operational. The base phase just being completed. And now we have potentially a Lurk swooping in here. Arnadello, the Lurk, swooping in against Talika. Trying to get this fight to go in their favor. The Lurk coming in, spiking heavily, Do Ferrari biting directly onto the gate. The Lurk is currently sitting at 56 HP in quite a risky position if these Marines were to choose to focus, immediately being chased off by gunfire.
Yeah, that was a smart play by Lurk, making sure to get out as soon as he saw more than just a Marine or two coming through that gate. He was already at about half of his hit points, and if they just turned and focused him, they probably could have taken him out before he had a chance to respond.
Yeah, the most dangerous part that was going on right there is that he was perched on the steps. And all it would have taken for a Marine to kill him was, like, you know, 2 Marines to instantly turn, just start lighting him up and disregarding the score. They probably would have lost him, but that's in the past. They made it out. Now we have a double Lurk play going on here with Cabal and Arnadello both flying around as Lurks.
Yeah, Marines want to make a push now to a Nano from system. Really hurt the aliens. If they can take this out, it'll be a huge boon to them, and they can cap kind of on the back of this on the left side, which is what they're already doing. So if they can get this, they'll limit the aliens to 2 harvesters, just pipeline and cargo. The hive's already there, so they kind of have to give it to them at the moment if they want to push Nano, but if they can't get Nano, then it's going to be not a big loss for the Marines here.
Oh, but look at this fight gearing up. We have 2 Lurks and 2 Skulks versus 4 Marines getting quickly swooped up. The mess of the flank. Aliens swooping in. This gate is now uncontested. Everybody's going to have to spawn through into this dangerous kill zone. The enzymes flying up. 2 Lurks flying around, shooting spikes everywhere. The Skulks left on the gate.
We got Striker coming behind.
Through, followed by BDK, followed by Striker X3. Everybody wants to save this gate, get the fight in their favor. It's left at 17%. 1 Lurk is at half, below half. Ball, the Marines take the win. Now, barely getting enough people through this gate to keep it alive.
We need welders immediately, because that gate's very low. If they get out of position at all, or lose 1 engagement, there's no saving that gate. Surprise welder, there you go, welders are now started. And armor 1, so kind of late upgrade, but with phase tech, that's to be expected.
And look at these 2 Lurks doing some great teamwork right there. Looks like they managed to kill 2 Marines before being forced to retreat due to an excessive amount of pressure. So the powerful play of having 2 Lurks, which is something that Nexel does a lot, is the fact that 2 Lurks essentially allows you to take a 3-man pressure team, provided your Lurks can perform well with ease. Like, they're so capable at providing good chip that the Marines just can't afford to support a push with 3 unless they seriously give them tons of medkits to keep them alive. Because as long as these spikes keep landing in, the Marines just can't afford to peek too long against the Lurks if they shoot out.
Marines doing a good job here, though, knowing that it's going to be difficult to move in. They killed a Crag, took out the Harvester in Nano, and are going to probably try and just press that other Harvester repeatedly from the hallway. And that phase gate, we got welders. No one bought a welder, and it's going to go down now. It's at 1%, and there it goes. No one bought a welder to weld that phase gate. Now Marines got a scramble to get back into position.
If they take out this Marine in subsector here, it's going to be a big gamble play to try to reestablish that gate.
Oh, one more
Striker
hit.
Does go down. Look at that. 1% HP left on the Skulk there in subsector. So now in order to reestablish a phase gate, you actually have to send a sizable team, because with these Lurks up, they're able to push even further forward now that the gate is down. You're going to see the Marines probably fall back onto 3 extractors here. Just don't have enough people going down Skylight side either.
So it looks like they want to push east and take that. I'm surprised they aren't actually assisting system right now to prevent another phase gate from taking place, or the rest of C12, because the Marines are going to be looking to set up another phase somewhere, because that's really where their tech's at right now, and they need a forward phase to get set up anywhere.
If you look here, though, like, look at what the Marines are doing. This is a 5-man squad in C12 right now. The aliens might not be able to read this, but their main is wide open. There is no phase gate. You could easily force a beacon here, and they only have 3 extractors. This is the opportunity where you could probably get off with a play like that. Except now they just dropped the neck phase gate. All 5 are here. It's going to be a big fight coming on right here. Can they manage to get this gate up? We have 2 Lurks swooping in. Power's not built here. That's a big factor in this play. Phase gate will be up, but it's not going to be done. Goblin the Fade swooping in, getting the slash. Striker and Lapras, the only 2 left. He finishes the gate, but the power is not done.
And the power has to be completed here.
Everything flying in still.
They need to be in line of sight of each other. Power's online. Phase gate's up. They're going to be able to reinforce through there. And it's right outside the alien base. Trying to also get an armory there to heal them. And they can push this. But they're
in the middle of one of these fights, we also lost one of the double lurks. So now this fight is starting to really go in the Marines' favor.
Well, the problem with the Marines, though, is they're on 2 extractors right now. So this push either has to happen now, and they need to get the hive immediately, or they need to just threaten the pressure there and recap the left side. But this hive has to go down, or they're out of this, because they can't afford to keep this pressure up with how little res they have incoming.
Look at this. The Fade's swooping into this instant spawning phase gate right here. 2 shotguns online up there.
And we're getting an arc
If they can manage to
robo.
actually snipe a life form here, they could probably hold themselves in this game, but they have to start looking at the re-expansion. Look at this. Striker actually walking right out of the base, going to start working on that now, so hopefully some extra money is going to be coming in here.
Right, they need to get down there
Can't
because
do much on 2.
they can't afford to do any sort of arc play on 2 extractors. You need 3 minimum. 4 or 5 would be ideal, but 3 is like bare minimum.
Your res graph right here. The aliens are actually surpassing the Marines now, which is very dangerous territory.
That's a really bad indicator for Marines not showing any pressure on the aliens here. These Fades are taking very little damage when they come in. I mean, they're moving in and getting out very well, but when they go in, they're not getting hit very hard at all.
You could just see a little bit more precise shooting. I think you could easily see one of these Fades go down right there. We have 2 shotguns in the squad, 3 shotguns up on the field. So, I mean, it's kind of a shock that these Fades just aren't taking the damage as they... Honestly, they're taking big risk by peeking like that.
Oh, yeah. And they're getting way to the top of the ramp in the middle of 3 Marines. That's a huge risk.
This Goblin, the Fade, coming in on the rear flank, managing to get some serious chip up to VDK. This armory right here might have something to say about... It looks like it's just a bunch of peek and chip damage going on here. Nobody's really making any committal plays. Each life form swoops in solo, gets out, does a slash, does its little work right there.
Oh, Kozak getting a little carried away there, pushing down to the bottom of the ramp. The power's under attack from Arnaldo in the back, and I don't think the Marines are going to notice this. The power node's already below half.
Oh, but look at this. A big push from the aliens just cleaned out all of the necks, so now the phase gate left to be defended by 1 man. Another one coming through, but this feed gate's going to start coming online. As the aliens start swarming it up, it's going to be harder and harder to phase through. Nobody has a shotgun anymore, only 2 Marines are alive. Trying to phase through desperately, trying to save the gate. But now that the power is at 10%, I don't think there's any way to salvage this gate. Look at that expansion on the map too. We have a 3rd hive that has been dropped, I think it was a while ago, and now we have infestation all the way up to Skylights. Our D2, the Fade, killing an extractor. That's a lot of work.
That 3rd hive is already 2/3 built. And I think it was built as maybe a precautionary hive because they didn't know if the Marines are going to be capable to push in there, or maybe they overestimated how much res the Marines actually had, and they saw that robo and were worried about the arcs hitting. So they wanted to preserve their 2 hive presence, and so they just dropped it because they were already on 5 harvesters. So the Marines in a really tight spot right now, losing all those resources, only being on actually 2 extractors right now, with the 3rd being built. It's going to be difficult to come back from this. Oh, they're already going to call it a good game, knowing it's going to be too hard of an uphill battle going to the next game.
Yeah, once your aliens get about 5 RTs, especially with a 3rd hive already dropped and supported by 2 Krieg, you really have to be quite ahead on your tech game if you expect to stay in it, to try to come back from that kind of play.
Alright, so we're going to switch sides now, with CiB taking over as the aliens and DTPN seeing what they can do on the Marine side here.
So, a little trivia right here. These are 2 of the 3 Brazilian teams currently signed up in the ENSL. CiB has 2 teams. So really it's just 2 teams, I believe, unless there's one hidden somewhere. I'm pretty sure there's another one in the world.
Yeah, there's CiB Goliath
ARX
and
or something?
Highwind.
Highwind.
Not sure which one this is, though, because I think they all just use the same tag, but they do have 2 distinct teams.
This is all happening in some server in Neptune. No,
Neptune.
I don't know. I don't know where it is. It's probably in Brazil. It might be in Mexico. It's around the South Americas. And the glorious Congo. Oh wait, no, that's Africa.
This is probably like their favorite matchup because in competitive play, the Brazil teams kind of just get forced to play on North American servers most of the time. or worse yet, European servers. So they don't get up to play on their Brazilian servers very often, as far as competitive play goes. So it's a good chance for them to show what they can do when they're not at a ping disadvantage.
Can you just imagine what it'd be like to like fly a Brazilian team out? What if CiB and Nexel were the NSL Invitationals? Wouldn't that be something?
That would
South
be something.
America and North America. Oh my goodness. One can dream.
Representing the Americas.
America. Yeah, we keep it clean here. We don't do the next verse. That's just wrong.
So teams just talking strategy a little bit. Veil's a little bit more of a complex map in regards to like a summit or maybe like a tram game. There's a little bit more you have to do, a little bit more you have to watch out for. So probably just going over what they want to do and figuring out what their team might try here. Do you think we'll see any?
You want to know what I can fill time with?
Let's hear it.
I got the first trial headset of the prizes that we're going to be having. I'm using them right now, and I wonder if people can tell. It's got a new mic, got some new tech. You know, it's pretty nice. It's nifty. It smells new. Got some digital camo on it. Sounds pretty good. It's got some big boom and bass. Like the bullets, kind of thumping now. It's got 50mm neodymium magnets, dude. I mean, that's big. You know, usually it's like 40mm, 30mm. These are 50, man. It's like boom. Know what I mean?
Yeah, you've been away from a little bit, but are they?
Neodymium.
How'd you say the rate as comfortable?
Oh my god. I have another pair of Asus headphones. Whew, those things are painful compared to these. These are really comfy headphones. I don't got no pressure. No pressure on my ears. Nice and fluffy. They're light. They're comfy. They sound good. I mean, I just got them. The sound rating is... They're headphones. They sound good. I will develop a better feel for them in probably a few days. But as far as like good headphones, they work. They're nice. I do notice that the surround sound ability, which these are stereo headphones, but the locational audio is way better than my last pair, which is also an Asus brand. It was just like the first Asus brand designed.
Oh, so you had the pair from a much earlier model of Asus
Oh,
headphones.
they're completely different compared to these.
But these ones were the other headphones that you have designed for gaming? Because I know these are actually gaming headphones.
They were both designed for gaming, but these are definitely a big improvement over their last generation of headphones that they made.
And if anyone's not aware, these are the headphones that we got.
You're gonna win them if you win it.
Yeah, the Asus is giving us for the Nexel Proving Grounds tournament that's taking place as soon as we get back from Germany. So, still a couple of spots left available for those teams as there to sign up as well. 3 spots left if I'm correct, but we may
increase
expand
the total number of teams by 4.
We'll see. We'll see where we're at.
Yes.
But
what
anyways,
the demands are of the players.
Got one team rating up, so the CiB is ready. Still want to find out what that means. I'm gonna ask him probably before the next game starts, because I'm really curious what CiB stands for. It's probably in Portuguese.
You know, I'm just gonna throw that out there for you because obviously we should know. We should know.
We need to know this. We should have done our research.
Stands for ready.
That'd be funny if that's what it really stood for.
Maybe he didn't understand the question, which is perfectly acceptable. But at some point in our lifetimes,
Brazilian Interstellar Command in Portuguese. Nice.
well, so it's Brazilian Interstellar Command
versus Don't Touch the Power Node. I think Brazilians have the best NS2 team names then.
I couldn't remember how to spell it. I didn't want to like hit the button. So you know what?
Portuguese.
Commando Interstellar Brasileiro. Commando. You know, Commando was a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it was released in the 80s. It's a very good movie. Ah,
here we go.
And here we go. Have the countdown taking place. Do I need pronunciation? No, I nailed that one.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. So, we got the Marines in the control spawn, where they always belong. DTPN, possessing the blue side. Meanwhile, in subsector, we have the alien side, possessed by CiB. Commander, Interstellar, Brazil, whatever. Butchered it. But that's alright, because we got the game going. Pretty standard splits going on. We got a two on one side, 3 on the other for the Marine.
No, we got base builder, and they're going.
We got a base builder.
Quick obs, and they're kind of hiding it behind the wall there, which is really interesting because it might not be visible for the aliens, so they might not realize it. But at the same token, it's dangerous putting it back there because if an alien gets back there and starts hitting it, the commander, if he wants to defend it, has to run all the way behind that wall to get him off of it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there. Putting in some early scans. They don't want to get ambushed. They want to make sure they get out on the map, get some presence, and look for some drifters. So
it's a pretty wise play if you're definitely looking for that early game base rush right there. Completely shuts it off.
Right.
They even have one Marine just sitting here waiting for it, catching that peaky skull Kozak, chasing him away with some bullets. And meanwhile, we got some other pressure going on the system waypointing. 2 Marines walking straight in, getting some chip from Hydas. VDX having something to say about it. New Ferrari spotting him, but getting taken out. Goblin quickly killing VDX for some revenge, but then getting killed by Striker.
On the positive side, they do manage to take down 1 Hydra, which will relieve some pressure for future pushes.
It was replaced by Lapras. They didn't take down anything.
So, unlike DTPN's game as Alien, CiB has opted to let the Marines kind of through on the right side and have gone for the extractors themselves. Tequila going against Goblin in topographical here, and if he can win, that extractor will definitely go down. Oh, but he gets some pistol shots on him. Goblin doing some great work defending that extractor. And so that doesn't really pay off because now the Marines are already pushing down and building into pipeline.
Right now, the aliens only have double to work with, and I'm assuming that they went Craving Hive, which, yeah, I can see it in my little corner right there. So as long as these Marines don't keep up the pressure, this 3 RTs will go uncontested for quite some time, which I don't think it's a bad thing. As long as you let the aliens have nano, it means that they're going to always have 3, if you don't hammer anything, and then a 4th with whatever thing they get on the map.
Yeah, they said they're already assisting to Overlook, going to try and take that. I think, honestly, Cargo would probably be a safer bet, but I guess they're probably worried about those 2 Marines over in Pipeline there, just walking into Cargo. Maybe moving the drifter from Cargo up to the dome or towards Pipe a little bit further to give them a better read on that.
Look at that, a drifter being spotted right in west direction.
Yeah, so hoping Cabral would see that because DuFerrari ran right through it, so... Oop. And then actually Striker taking down DuFerrari. Nice job on a 2v1, managed to take out 1 Marine. Kills a lot of that pressure that squad could possibly put in the hive.
Cabal making a nice safe frag with some comm support on a scan.
So Carapace Shell now completed, so we're going to see the aliens be a little bit harder to take out here. Kozak going in for the Marine instead of getting Carapace first. Luckily takes him out.
Yeah, whenever I find myself in those fights, it's always a hard call whether you want to wait that extra second for Carapace or if you need to make the play now. Kozak's still forgetting to take it on right there.
Yeah, I think if
I don't think any of these skulks have it on, except Tequila right here.
Yeah, I think they do. I think Kozak could have waited a moment. Larpus was already in Overlook as a Gorge. Could have healed him, could have got Carapace. Wouldn't have taken that long to just move back out, and that way he wouldn't have just kind of thrown himself into the Marines. And now, because of that, we might lose Overlook here. In fact, I'm almost sure we're going to lose it here, because Striker against 2 Marines, it's already at a quarter.
Some successful pressure by the Marine team right there, claiming an extractor pretty much free of charge. They lost 1 man, but when you win the extractor fight, it's all that really matters.
Yeah, and we got Marines also setting up a base here in East. Just kind of hanging out there for a while, waiting for Phase Tech to finish. I'm sure it's exactly where the Phase Gate's going to go, pressuring Double from there.
And Double's actually got no Hydras in it, which is kind of a shocker, because when an alien team goes for Double and Nanogrid, usually you need like at least a little bit of light defense with some Forge Clogs or a few Hydras. But if you don't put them in there, these Marines will just be able to walk straight in once this gate is up and just uncontestably shoot all the stuff.
Oh yeah, that Nano's going to go down very quickly. The aliens are going to be taken kind of by surprise, I hear, I believe. Although he got the lurk over there, VDK, but he's going toward. Oh, he's not going to realize this is coming. It's going to be really up to him to realize that this is over here. It's like we're getting a Kozak over here as well.
Oh, but look at this. Just as the phase gate finishes, Kozak and VDK spotted the Marine starting to phase out of it. Now they realize that there is a phase gate here, and it's going to cause some serious headache. But look at this. Overlook was redropped, and now it's getting taken out by Cabal and DuFerrari again. So now we have 3 aliens responding to the Overlook side. Nanogrid is pretty much left exposed if the Marines can start phasing through for it.
Oh, they barely saved that Harvester, 19%. So there's a couple of seconds later, and that would have been down. So good timing there by CiB, knowing to get in there right when they had to. Aliens also doing a good job making sure to keep up pressure. They've been hitting extractors this whole time. Every time I look, there's always someone hitting either Topo or one of the extractors on the right side. So can't let Marines just get free resources like that. So good job to them for keeping that pressure up.
Oh, look at this, the third phase gate going up all the way down in pipeline, essentially securing pipeline for a second CC whenever they have the resources and time to plane it down.
Yeah, this
Pretty
is
comfortable position, especially with Skylights, Topo, C12, and Pipeline RTs all pumping away.
right. And this is kind of a dangerous position because right now I wouldn't be so worried about Overlook as aliens. What I'd be worried about is Marines taking Nano. If they take Nano and move that phase gate into Nano from East Junction, then all of a sudden aliens are on 2, maybe 3 if they secure Overlook harvesters, while Marines have the entirety of the map, like upwards of 7 extractors. So, I mean, and there's nothing in there except for 1 crag, and no one's nearby. I'm surprised the Marines haven't walked in there already. I assume Goblin Marta2 are about to walk in there. Or maybe...
I think what they're expecting is probably more defenses than they are anticipating. You know, they may think there's probably a few clogs or hydras, but once they walk in here, it's going to be like such easy pickings, especially with that scan going right down.
Right, they know nothing is coming at all.
No aliens are in position to respond to this either.
So we got crags set up outside of pipeline. It looks like we want to hit this pipeline gate and use that as a fallback point, but those are some optimistic crags, having those there, with only just a lurk and 1 skulk.
Look at this. Nano is still left pretty undefended. The pipeline gate is now contested. Mardu2 left to fight against VDK, getting back up from Goblin, phasing in. Ooh, VDK
goes down
5%, getting killed by Mardu2. A quick pistol to the back. What's the lurk on the grave?
I wonder if they saw the crags healing around the corner there. It'd be a good bonus for them if they can pick those up and destroy 20 res worth of resources for the aliens. Finally moving in, Goblin and Marta2 took the other harvester, but finally moving into the room and securing it. And this is what I was talking about earlier, where the aliens had to watch out for that happening. I need to make sure they secure that, get a drifter in position so they can see them walking in, and then crush East Junction, because right now it's going to be difficult to get that back.
Especially with Goblin and Mardu2 both possessing shotguns in this fight right here. It's A1, WEP1. So with just Skulks, I'm not sure how successful this fight's going to be, except Goblin might be caught off guard. Nope, deciding to fall back just in time. Getting some successful chip. We have a big hit forming up here. We got 4 aliens sitting on the outside of Nanogrid. Just 2 Marines with 2 shotguns. But meanwhile in subsector we have another 2 Marines pushing into the main hive of the alien. Com being taken out the moment he jumps out of his hive. Yeah, now it looks like they're going for a base rush. Look at that.
And they have an exposed shell and their spur are both there, and no one's really in a position to reinforce unless someone spawns in that hive. See if they notice the carapace there too.
Here it comes, a big base rush straight for the power dome. It gets a nano shield up. It's at 75%, still getting chopped on. Arnold D2 Goblin hit, all phasing back, managing to chase every life form off. All the skulks are down, the gorge is all that's left. He's trying to belly slide away. 45%, it looks like he's going to get out of this with his life.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake trying to run. If they had just engaged those Marines with the gorge, they might have been able to take that fight and then take the power down. So I think running was probably not the right call there.
Oh, look at this Lapras, the low gorge, coming into subsector, trying to get into the hive. Being fragged just outside the doorway. DuFerrari and Cabal here, now fighting up against several skulks. The shotgun already getting taken down, even with a nano shield. That support dropping in all around. Goblin and Cabal managing to make it just out of this fight with their lives. The Carapace Shell is sitting at 50, and there are no eggs left at this hive.
And the Carapace is definitely going to go down here. So, with 2 more Marines coming in, I think this hive's going to fall, and the aliens aren't in a position to do another base rush. Aren't even in position really to clear any phase gates.
This is a 4-man shotgun push right here in this hive. There's literally no way that Skulks will be able to overwhelm this unless they get like a massive amount of force from their cargo hive, which looks like it's going to be coming in now. They only have a few seconds left to make this save. The hive is at 15%. The Skulks coming in. Marduki managing to get 1 frag. It's a 4v3. It's a 3v4 now. 1 Marine down. 3 Marines left. It's just Skulks. Nano Shield pops. The hive goes down.
Yeah, unfortunately, 2 Skulks decided to stay on one of the shotgunners with Nano Shield instead of switching targets. I think if they had just switched as soon as they saw the Nano Shield, maybe they would have been able to do some more damage there, come out ahead, or at least cripple it enough where they could have reinforced again. But trying to stick on that Nano Shielded shotgunner was probably what did them in, or at least helped out there. DTPN doing a good job of spreading and covering each other during that whole fight. CiB in a very difficult position. They know it too. We have fades coming up very soon, but they're just going to call GG.
Yeah, when you have that many shotguns in a room, you really have to concern yourself with, like, alright, how are you going to take this fight? You can't afford to all swarm one guy, especially if they have Nano Shield up. You really need to make sure that you get the kills, because every kill down is how you start winning that, that's basically all in play to kill your hive. But when it's 4 shotguns, if you don't have any high life forms to assist, it's just an uphill battle. As long as these Marines are able to shoot, you're looking at getting a face full of lead. Full.
Alright, so looks like they're requesting a 5-minute break before we go into the next match here. Like we said, we'll beat Jambi. Is it Jambi or Jambi?
I'm pretty sure it's considered Jambi.
I like Jambi because it's jam.
It's jam. Hey man, yo, that's Jambi right there, man.
I wonder if that stands for anything, if that's some sort of acronym or what. I wonder how that map name was formed.
Yo, man, it don't matter. It's Jambi. No, it's Jambi. Yo, man, it's Jambi right there. You know, Jambi sounds like it's probably a really interesting dish of food.
A really interesting dish of food?
Yeah. You know, hey man, you wanna go get some Jambi? Yeah, dude, I could use some Jambi right about now. Yeah, man, I need some Jambi for my Jambi.
It's like some sort of jambalaya fusion.
Jambalaya fusion. You know, I've had some jambalaya rice mix.
That's delicious.
Uncle Ben's.
I use the Zatarans.
Oh wait, no, it is Zatarans, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I use. I don't know
that's
if Uncle
like
Ben's
the
is one.
cardboard box. Uncle Ben's the guy with like the trumpet, isn't it? Maybe he doesn't have a trumpet on it, but
an old man, yes.
It's like got an old man on it.
I think you're thinking of a trumpet because of what's his name, Louis Armstrong.
I don't know, just some old black guy with a trumpet on the thing box, but I don't think that's Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben was the brother of Louis Armstrong. What? Ben Armstrong was his full name. He played in a band, but it didn't take off as well as Louis Armstrong. So, the story of Uncle Ben's rice.
Then you got the awkward family gatherings. You know, one guy's the rice farmer, and the other one is the trumpet player, and so a little bit of jealousy there. You know, but jambalaya is delicious no matter what.
Louis Armstrong, I think he's dead, but Uncle Ben is still around in his little cardboard. Oh wait, no, his stuff isn't cardboard. It's like plastic bags.
No, he's got boxes.
Yeah, well, you know, I always see like the bag. It's like microwave ready. Maybe that's just when I go to my parents' house and I see like the microwave ready boxes, baggies. No, I haven't talked about Big Lots yet.
Well, you just did.
Oh yeah, so I brought it up. Now I can talk about Big Lots. I got an email.
Good transition.
About some sales. About some sales. I'm pretty sure they might have some Uncle Ben's rice, or at least some generic Uncle Ben's.
You're on their mailing list. Gotta know when those energy drinks go on sale.
Well, you know, I really like it. and I don't get like direct emails. You know, I signed up for the rewards card because the lady at the cashier was like, "Hey, you should sign up for this. Every 10 times you spend $200 or something. Like you have to spend like $20 every time you go there, like 10 times. Then you get like a day where you get 10% off. And it's like, well, I guess I can do that. So whenever I go to Big Lots, I always make sure to spend $20 on garbage. Basically, most of it's garbage. Like once I get the amount of drinks that I want, it's like, all right, I need some junk. So I just like buy really bad chips. I mean, sometimes they got good chips, most of the time really generic. Lots of salt. Not good for you.
Oh, I hate
like, lots of salt.
I hate lots of salt on chips.
Oh my god! You know, there's like Tostitos, which is like that's nice. Tostitos, hey, brought them. And then there's like that bag that looks like it's from Mexico, but it's really not. It's just really generic chips. It's like Chipska.
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 I know that brand.
And it's just loaded with salt. You can't even put salsa on it. Because the salsa has a little bit of salt, just the right amount most of the time. Even with the good salsa brands, you know, it's just like super salt. You can't even like eat them; they're just too salty.
See, I'm more of a queso guy than a salsa guy, or the salsa con queso. That's delicious too.
That's the cheese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I usually try to eat with them, but they're still too salty. They burn your tongue. That's dumb. Chipska Chip brand.
Actually, my favorite's guacamole.
Every time I think of guacamole, I think of my parents. You must be old.
What? How am I old?
My parents are old, and you like guacamole. So by that logic, you must be old because you like guacamole. Because it sounds... Just because my parents always ate it when we went to the Mexican restaurant, and I was like, ew, guacamole. I was not a fan when I was a child. It's green. It was green.
There's like, I found some broken glass in the middle of like space on the map.
Is there some guacamole in it?
Like, if you go to Marine Start and you like go...
Docking Bay?
Yeah, and you like look to the left, like out in the middle of the blackness, there's like a broken window.
Broken... Oh. Maybe if you go into the game, you can see what you're looking at.
Yeah, you can see it if you go in.
Alright, well what do we look? Maybe there's a broken window out there.
I don't think so. There's no windows.
Uncle. What do you mean there's no windows?
Mm.
Oh.
It's just there.
Alright. You know, there's obviously a reason it's there. Otherwise, why would you put some broken glass? I don't even think it's on the same plane of reality. I'm not gonna look for it in the actual map. It's just right there. Right there. You can't even, like, doodle out to it. What's the point? You can't even doodle. Anyway, back to some guacamole. You know, I think the alien infestation is a combination of guacamole and goop.
Guacamole. There's some like queso in there. It's a little yellow sometimes. Get a little bit of yellow in there. And then
So,
like the cysts are like egg yolks.
Ooh.
Don't eat it.
Egg yolk in the guacamole?
Yeah, don't eat it. That's what it looks like. It's like
Oh, okay, maybe you've never like ate any of that stuff, but it's pretty good on a sandwich. I take my hatchet, I cut off a piece of the cyst. Ooh, you get that bread out of your pocket, you know, from that ration, TSA ration pack. You throw it on the ground, let it soak up that green goopy. Then you put that little slice of the cyst and just lather it on up. Then you get some ham. So good. It's good stuff. It's good for you. Puts hair on your chest.
Is that good, having hair on your chest?
Well, it does make you more of a man, because it means you have more testosterone than the other guy. Because hair comes from testosterone. Sort of. Body hair. Lots of body hair comes from testosterone, but I think, maybe not. Actually, bald people like have like an excess of testosterone. Like, lots of testosterone makes you go bald.
Is that how that works?
Something like that. It's like a side effect of it. I don't know if it's completely true, but
That's like
Usually,
one
like,
of the
you know
one
how
of the
like
causes.
bald dudes are like always they look kind of like tanky. I mean, I always thought like a bald guy looks tanky.
Well, I think we see like a really like buff dude and he like shaves. I think it's because he does it by choice. I don't think it's because he can't grow hair.
Well, I don't know. I knew some guys in high school. He was like almost 7 foot probably. He was bald. He was big. He was manly. He wore a big belt buckle. You know what that means, Virsoul? Do you know what that means?
Having a big belt buckle?
Yeah, big old belt buckle. I mean, it's like, bah! You see that?
Is that like having big shoes?
Oh, shoes are completely dependent on the size of your feet. Belt buckle? Oh man, that's what that is. The more of a man you are, the bigger the belt buckle. Or if you won like some rodeos too.
Yeah,
bull riders.
They give those away at rodeos. I hear you get the big
wrestling
belt buckles.
belts.
Wrestling belts. See, now there's the true sign of a man. Is if you walk up to a man and he's flexing up on you, you ask him how big his wrestling belt is.
His what? His wrestling belt?
Yeah.
Oh. I always got trophies. I didn't ever get a belt at my wrestling meets. Did you ever get a belt? You said you were a wrestler.
I got,
By the way, me and Virsoul wrestled in high school, apparently.
I got medals. I never got a trophy.
What about a belt?
A belt? No.
A belt. You know, the champion's belt.
I had a wrestling belt when I was a kid, from WWF, when it was WWF.
I actually didn't watch any wrestling. Watched none of it.
None of it.
I just joined wrestling because 2 friends did, and then I was really good at it. And I was like, yay, I'm excellent. Actually, I just ended with an even record, which is my goal.
This is really interesting.
Oh man, you know, whenever I find these moments where there's just not much going on and not much to do, and the Brazilians where they saying, "Ui, sou Sabato, yeah, Torjo, get out the bani here, bom, no iPad, what the poof PC, please."
I didn't even realize you could get to this vent in organ donation as a Marine. Never thought to try to get up there.
But I was going to say this is another good time to talk about the deals you can get at Big Lots. Or the sign-ups you can do at the Nexel Proving Grounds Tournament. Where we have great prizes that I managed to secure. So if you didn't sign up, there's still 3 slots left. But we might make more slots depending on the slots and how many people want slots. But hey, if you got a team of 6 dudes, feel free to sign up. NexelProvingGrounds@gmail.com. Send an email.
Yeah, this is a tournament for people trying to just show what they can do against other promising teams. So if you're worried your team may not be up to snuff for like a really huge tournament, this is the tournament for you. This
is the tournament for the teams who don't get to shine enough because everybody else makes them. You know what?
We're looking to polish their stars a little bit.
Yeah, polish the stars. Prove yourself.
Make them shine a little bit.
Better than the rest. Make it shine. Like some shiny shoes with some extra polish. You got the brush, you got the shiny stuff, and then you're gonna just buff it with a floor buffer. Well.
I wonder what the delay is here. It looks like all the players are moving with their VDK, so it seems like everyone's here.
I bet they're exploring this map because not many people practice GMB.
Yeah, that's true. But that's the thing, though, is that it's I think people are uncomfortable with Jambi because they don't know it very well, but then they don't take into account that neither does their competitor, probably. So
you always gotta do your homework when you gotta play a new map. The best way to do your homework is to pub on it. You can't just afford to play it on matches because you only see it like once every 3 weeks.
I never did homework, though. I just copy answers, and I can't do that.
Oh my god, I hated people like you. Oh, you would make me so angry.
What do you mean, people like you?
Like you, the people who would just like, can I copy? hey, you're smart. Can I copy off your stuff? And I'm like, no. No, B. Like, it'd be a girl. Oh my god. You know, I still got angry. I'm like, why didn't you do your work? You should have done it. What the hell? Why don't you do your work like a normal person? You don't need to do none of this copying. What, you want to be stupid for the rest of your life? You know, when I like didn't do my homework, I just didn't do the homework, alright? Turned it in, psh, blank. It's like, you don't even get a copy, dude? Psh, no, that ain't me. That ain't me. I didn't do it. Period. There ain't no copy in here. I would own up to my mistakes, I think. You know, I'm probably remembering it wrong. I'm sure I did it once or twice. Maybe more than that. But still! Tried not to. That's the big deal, right here. That's the point. Don't think of me Virsoul, don't you be thinking like I'm less of a man now. Because they're readying up.
So it's ready to go?
Almost ready to go. You got one guy saying ready. And that's a start. One guy's missing from the alien side, though. Mayas on minuto. CiB. Ha ha ha. Whee! What is that? That's all vowels. How is it even a word? You can't spell words with just vowels. Oh yeah. Oi cara fala pinte. Mito del Portuguese. DSTQ entralam atradero. I lived in Brazil for a while. What? No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Why?
Because I knew people who lived there, so I lived there.
Why did you live there?
Because I had nothing else going on.
So you just went to Brazil?
Yes.
Your dad probably smuggled cocaine in or something. No, wait, that's not Brazil, is it?
What?
I don't know. All the drug lords.
I gotta smuggle cocaine in from the U.S. to Brazil.
Wait. Yeah. It works. You know, all you need is a greenhouse. Whatever. You know what? They're ready. Okay. Both teams going up. I'm gonna start this thing off. Let's do it live. In waste recycling, we have the car threat, possessed by DTPN. And in docking bay, which is always the Marine start on this map, we have CiB splitting off with a 3-2 split, CiB building up, and one man pulling off to offload.
I think it's an interesting map here. Another set spawn location for Marines like Vale. And I wonder if that's why they put this in the same rotation as the Vale week, because they complement each other like that. So still no engagement here. The aliens are looking to set up an ambush for Marines in Gravity, and the Marines on the left side having a pretty large presence of Marines on the left side here, with two going through offload and one of them heading over to Electric by himself. So it'll be interesting to see
still
what
no engagements happening right now, so it looks like the aliens are going to wait for that perfect opportunity of a setup here. We're just going to have to watch one of these Marine teams move into something. It looks like offload is going to get the first peek. Marditu taking a bit of chip from BDK. Getting a little bit too exposed.
So still no deaths over a minute into the game.
Someone's going to end up going down here, though. Shipping is being chipped at by DuFerrari, trying to pull these Marines out of location. Offload left to be defended by VDK, who was parasited a few 30 seconds ago or so.
Yeah,
While Marditu, who was hurt, he's slowly healing back up.
So this is kind of playing into the alien favor here, because the aliens are really just trying to prevent Marines from getting onto their side of the map.
Gravity control, right here. There was 3 Skulks versus 2 Marines, and it's going up into the Marines' favor. Medkits dropping all over the place. However, a good kill comes up. Cabal and Goblin versus Striker X3. He's only got a pistol. He gets cleaned up by Goblin.
And
looks like there was some reinforcement, but he got eaten up by Arnadello.
And that was a lot of med packs for no payoff there. So not only are the aliens winning the first engagement and winning some map presence, they also win a little bit of resources there as well. And continuing to assist over to Pipeworks, which is going to be the hive that they want to take here. Gravity being maybe a little bit too close to the Marine start.
Yeah, Gravity's probably similar to the Crossroads, especially since it's a permanent Marine start. There's just no safe way you can take Gravity unless you're going to defend it with Crags and high life forms, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I kind of like about Zombie is it's sort of a mix between Summit and Veil. Oh, we got another engagement going over here in Skylights between Kozak and Larpus versus Goblin and Marta D2. Was over there, or was it Ronaldo, actually?
It was over there, but then a second fight took place over there in Gravity Control. Du Ferrari being left to 1v1 with Tequila here. The med packs coming in, but Du Ferrari managing to overwhelm Tequila with his pistol. I said that like the Marines won. Alien won that, though.
So Kozak over here building Organ Nation. It's kind of a risky extractor to take. Probably wouldn't be better to push into Pipe and just check that Harvester. He probably would have taken it before an Alien would have been able to respond, but maybe just waiting for VDK to back him up. Another engagement about to take place here in Gravity between, looks like 3 Marines versus 3 Skulks, and Skulks aren't aware of Larpus on the left side, I don't believe.
Oh, but Arnadello is. Arnadello fights off, squaring off 1v1 against Larpus. Larpus going down. The second fight taking place over here. Striker and Tequila versus Cabal and Du Ferrari. Cabal is dead already. Arnadello coming in on the assist. But getting cleaned up by Tequila. Getting a 2-for-1 kill.
So now the Marines are done building an Organ Donation. They're aware that a Skulk is nearby, at least I think they should be, but they're pushing into Pipe and hits there as a Gorge, but he's all alone. Unless Marta 2 comes back and defends him, he's going to be in trouble here. Got some Hydras to defend him, but not much cover.
Look at this fight. We have Mardudu coming in from the flank, managing to pick off 1 Marine. Now it's a 1 Marine with a Gorge already sitting at half health. VDK probably going to easily get this kill on hit, but can he get the delay for some double lurk pressure by, who is this? Arna D2 and Cabal going to be swooping into Pipeworks here. 1 Skulk on the flank coming in, picking off Larpus, not even aware that Skulk came in. Now leaving VDK to himself, who gets cleaned up by Arnadello the Lurk.
Yeah, those are some pretty fast lurks too. So we have Arnaldo and Cabral going to make a big impact on this map. Gravity being a good room for lurks to get some early chip damage, and still a lot of room in there to dodge behind. So it's going to be a dangerous room to run through as Marines at the moment.
I think the deciding part of why these lurks came up so early is we've had Baywing, Oxygenation, and Pipeworks that were online for a while.
Right.
That really spurred these lurks out to get a little bit earlier than normal.
Yeah, Baywing being relatively easy for aliens to take. It is dangerous too because Marines can shoot it from the top of the catwalk there. But you know, realistically, the aliens are sitting on 4 res, and they're going to be easily able to defend all of this unless the Marines put some serious pressure on.
Yeah, and Organ Donation is going to be the next easy cap going on here too, which looks like it's already been sisted up. They're already kind of peeking into Skylights. 1 Skulk on the Electrical Core RT.
Larpus back to defend it. Wasting a lot of bullets early when he doesn't really have a shot. And now it's going to come bite him in the ass here. Oh, getting time to reload before Marta 2 can get on top of him.
The Mets can come in, but they don't. Larpus getting taken out by a nice bite by Marty 2.
So we have a
However,
peculiar
behind
phase
this,
gate.
we
Yeah.
have a phase gate dropped, yeah.
I've never seen a phase gate here on Jamin all the times I've watched it, but it's kind of an interesting phase because it puts you in a position to constantly deny Baywing, and it's close enough to Gravity where you could actually take that as a second chair if you wanted to. So not a terrible phase gate. Look, so they're going for arcs actually. So I feel like this is a similar position to what we tried last game with Marines. They went phase tech and they got arcs again last time, but this time they have 3 extractors. So if they can push back up into east, get a phase over there, they'll be on 4. But trying to afford this when they only have a couple extractors is going to be very difficult.
The fight in trash ejection is 2 lurks versus 2 shotguns. Both shotguns went down. Now we're going to have a phase gate fight going on our hands. Du Ferrari trying to get in, helping out Lurk. The Lurk taking a massive chip from a shotgun striker, X3. Getting out just in time. However, the phase gate will stand, and all the Marines will likely recover their shotguns from the previous life.
Yeah, that was dangerous from Cabral. One hit away from just losing his Lurk there.
When we look at here, the Marines are kind of getting stuck on a low amount of RTs. They have to keep sending 2 off. So there's only going to be 3 defending this phase gate at any time. As long as these aliens keep harassing all of these RTs that the Marines got, they're going to be in such a difficult position to afford arcs for this turbo facility. Not to mention they're expanding the aliens are expanding all over the map. With only 2 Marines out there, they can be instantly rolled over by those Lurks if they so choose.
Yeah, I think though the Marines, if they can clear out the CiS, are going to be able to hold Bay Wing because it's easy to defend from trash ejection.
We have the fight gearing up here.
Oh, there's no one to defend this after he goes down. Everyone's away from the phase gate.
Yeah, but the Lurk was already 2 chipped, and now it's just going to be 2 skulks stuck here. There are mines over the gate on the other side. If they can just back up to go near them, might help this fight turn the tide. It looks like the phase gate's going to be getting just enough respawns in to make sure it stays clear.
Pipe now finished, so we're going to see some higher tech here out of the aliens. We already have Goblin and Marta 2 able to go fade, and the Marines don't have too much to back them up. They're going to be at 1-1 by the time the fades hit if they go now with shotguns, so they'll be able to at least fend them off, but it's going to be difficult to really do anything to those fades with just 1-1. Still looks like they want to go this arc route, but I'm not sure if this is the right call here. We really need to recap. I mean, shipping's been uncapped for quite a while now. Even gravity would be a good choice with how close it is to the gate in Baywing. Another group of skulks coming here. The mine, unfortunately, being on the opposite side there, they're going to be able to chew on this gate, and Kozak backing up, and there finally goes off. So taking 1 skulk and heavily damaging the other one.
With only these 3 extractors, I don't know why they want to go for arcs right now. They're trying to get a little bit of ups behind it. But it looks like from now on, maybe they're just going to only pump out arcs. That's, what is this? 3 res, 30 res a minute, 2 arcs a minute. Okay. That's not very much.
Right.
That's a lot of money to be invested, too. Especially when you want to drop medkits and any kind of support.
Yeah, and no support. Just completely delaying upgrades. Not getting any more extractors.
No chair, and fades are online.
And Kozak's definitely does. He's not going to be able to take out any of these life forms here. Oh, I'm mistaken. Cabral goes back in when he could have just gotten out. Oh my gosh.
Shotgun. But it looks like they might be able to make a phase get out of this. However, Tequila coming in on the flank here. He's going to get some decent shotgun chips on Arnadillo. Trying to fly it with his life. He's going to make it out. The fade left in here on his own. Du Ferrari getting in there with only 82%, 62% of his HP. So looks like they're gonna keep this this phase gate up.
Oh, and Larpus is in position to get Goblin. Oh, another lurk down.
Fade's coming back in to try to avenge their fallen comrade. Can we get the play going on here? These fades are getting a little bit greedy. These are shotguns. They are weapons 1. Still nothing to be pushed over. Just by a straight heads-on fight.
They're gonna put those arcs right where the brush is over on the side. And it's going to be right around the corner so the aliens can't get to it easily. And all I need to do is hold that hallway.
Can they make this play work? Marditu the Gorge. Gorge trying to get in there, but he's getting way too chipped. The Gorge goes down. That's the only biobomb they have. And now the Hive is starting to be hammered away. The Craigs are pumping around on the other side, but these arcs are hammering it down. They do not have any Gorges either. There is no biobomb ready. So here it comes. 2 fades, a lurk. Trying to swoop in here. 3 shotguns on the field in this group.
I think this is going to work.
Here. They have to try to make it. They have to make the play. It's at 59%. Only 1 Crave left. Another one dropped to try to build up. The scans are coming in.
Oh, another fade. Getting low. Back. Oh, Du Ferrari surviving with so little hit points.
Oh, but look at the phase gate. It's down to 1%. They have lost the phase gate. So now that the Marines are going to be essentially isolated here, the aliens might be able to make a play. Every death counts here.
Another fade down.
Chipping him away.
Marta 2.
Marditu barely getting out with his life. Is he going to make it? 9% left. It's just 1 Marine, but there are no Gorges. This Hive is at
1 more scan. 1 more scan.
There it is. Wait. They're heal waving. They're heal waving.
Oh my gosh. It was so close. I saved it. Oh, that was so clutch them being able to save that.
All of this, they were losing extractors.
They're on 1 heart extractor now.
One more extractor that could have worked. But now the Marines are left over in trash ejection. No nano shield fade swooping in. No shotguns in this group. We have some support.
Oh, come on!
New Ferrari at 12%.
So close! Oh.
Just getting out with his life.
Du Ferrari rolling the dice again.
Aren't you trying to get out of this dangerous room?
So they're waiting here for probably a phase gate, but they're only one extractor. They're gonna need to wait
one extractor,
a full
no
minute
arcs.
waiting
don't
for
have anything that they can do here, even with the phase gate. Need to focus on some money, get some cash. Well, that was really exciting.
The aliens now starting to take the rest of the map, and that's precisely the right call. The Marines are going to be pinned here just trying to hold on to this. They could probably just take everything. Get another hive up in electrical, not worry about arcs anymore, and then just start taking every extractor on the map.
And with all this money still sitting in the aliens' pockets, I don't know what the Marines can do. They have to get their money back, but if they leave this robo here, it's gonna get overwhelmed, and there we go. Here comes the GG. That was a really close arc play right there. One more scan would have finished it if the arcs were ready to fire.
If it comes sooner, I think so. But you know, I'm not sure that hive kill would have even done anything for the Marines, because they still would have ended up in the same position as they are now, and the aliens would have just been able to drop it. So basically, a hive would have been down for a couple of minutes, is where it would have been. So probably would have just delayed the game there. Aliens really just focusing on res, and Marines not being able to do anything on the back end of that.
Yeah, just getting pinned down, you know. Whenever you're the Marine team, you need to make sure you balance the approach of hitting alien extractors and making sure to establish your own money. If you focus on one or the other too much, you have no money. Of course, you know, if you're going to focus on one and not do the other, you might as well just hammer alien harvesters.
Right.
That one, at least you can slow them down too. I'm going to get water. Even though you told me to get it earlier, I didn't get it.
I told you.
Now I'm going to get it now.
Okay.
Fill time. Talk about big lots.
Talk about big lots. I don't have a big lots here.
What?
I don't have a big lots.
Don't you live like near Chicago?
I live near Chicago. I don't live in Chicago. And I'm not even sure. Is there big lots in Chicago?
I don't know. It just seems like that's where you'd put it, is like in the suburban area.
They just got Walmarts.
What? They just got Walmarts in Chicago?
Yeah.
What would they used to have? What do you have besides Walmart? I gotta get water. Stop it.
Go get water.
Talk about something. Some big lots.
So I thought this phase gate over here was actually really interesting in trash ejection. At first I didn't like it, but then I thought we could probably, I mean, like I said, the Marines, if they cleared out Baywing, they would probably be able to hold that from the aliens, except the power node's kind of in a bizarre place. So I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss. You at least deny it. Maybe you cap it, and then gravity's close enough where you could take that as well. But I think maybe just trying to force arcs when you're so low on tech, going really early phase and robo, while trying to also get tech on 3 extractors is trying to push a little too much as far as resources are concerned.
So I actually bought a pizza like a while ago. I'm talking like I don't know, what time is it now? What's going on? What happened? Kicked. Oh no!
You got AFK kicked.
No! I'm not gone, I'm back.
Then join.
I just got some water. How could they? How could it? How could the server do this to me? Anyway, I bought pizza and I never started eating it.
Wait, like a delivery pizza?
No, like I drove out. I had to go pick up these headphones from my parents' house because I ship them there. But like, I picked up carry-out pizza, and I never started eating it. I got some breadsticks too, and I just like munched on some breadsticks, and I completely forgot about the pizza now. So now the pizza got cold. I never even got a chance to eat it fresh. It's just cold.
We got some classy chat going on.
Classy.
Classy.
Oh yeah.
So, so we're just gonna take just a little bit here. Other side's kind of assessing the situation. Like I said, team's not really familiar with this map. Either they haven't played it at all or have very little experience with it. So maybe just deciding what they want to do, where they want to go. Marines always starting in docking bay, with the aliens having either waste or pipeworks as their starts here. No one able to start in electrical core or gravity. That'd be a really bizarre start, right? Gravity.
Be a nice start. Look at that. You got gravity. You can go to shipping, trash injection, maybe get the X. That's a nice fun. But if the aliens spawn docking, just look at that room. Wide open. Where would you even hide in that room? I don't think there's really anywhere to hide if you gotta get in there. So we were gonna do scrims tonight.
We still can.
I might I'll work on one.
Now, my only one.
No, Boom is already scrimming.
You know, over in like organ donation, these boxes here. I know these boxes get used on a lot of maps, but every time I see these boxes with like the stuff sticking out on top, all I can think of is Lego blocks.
Lego blocks. Well, look at how bad the tops of those boxes look. They look all misshapen. They're all messed up. Somebody broke your Lego blocks. How does that make you feel, Virsoul? They busted the connectors too. I mean, that's the worst. You're never gonna snap them together now. Hey, there's a little circle on this guy. That's because the comm has him selected.
It means he's special.
And these new headphones are baller. I like them.
So last time as Alien on Veil, we saw CiB doing a different approach than DTPN, where DTPN likes to just hold areas and prevent Marines from moving out anywhere. CiB likes to be very aggressive about hitting extractors, and we'll see how that pays off for them here. And DTPN on Marine side, very comfortable with just capping and relying on reinforcements to defend. So we'll see if they move that same strategy into this map here.
I think experience-wise, DTPN has been around since Season 1. I'm not sure if CiB was here, but I think their experience is kind of showing they have a slight edge. I think they're favored to win it. If, you know, the last 3 matches have shown us anything. Which they have cleaned house each game. So I want to see if CiB can steal one from them. Maybe some all-in, basey, rushy, zergy play. You know what I mean, Virsoul?
And this map's kind of susceptible to it. If you go through offload into pub on the left side of the map, I think that's a route that doesn't get traversed very often as Marines. I think a lot more go through gravity and might miss that. So I think a base rush is a huge possibility.
The only problem with the base rush here is that once you get into this room, it's so easy to fight in there with the Marines because it's just Marine favored, Marine central.
Right. If
Flat,
there's
open, easy.
If there's any Marines already in the room seeing you come in, or if you're attacking an IP and some Marines are reinforcing from the outside, there's very little that you can do as a skulk unless you have leap. But if the Marines are out on the map, you manage to get in before an OBS or kill the OBS before it beacons, and there's no one in there but the commander, I think you stand a really good chance because it's difficult to reinforce from anywhere because what's the closest room is pub over to the left, and no one's really going to be stationed there, so it's going to be basically gravity. And gravity is a little bit of a run back to base, so if you have 3 skulks in the base or 2 hitting an IP, it'll be down before the Marine gets back.
I might see some silence play too. Whenever you're on a foreign map, silence can be, but honestly you're probably going to see Carrot play.
I do agree. Silence is much more powerful on a map that teams aren't familiar with.
Here we go. Going live. Pipeworks high for the aliens and the Marines sitting down in docking bay.
Like they do.
DTPN on the Marine. Looks like we got a... It was, for one moment, the comm helped Cabal build. So it's a 2-2 base builder. While the aliens have decided to go 2-2 splits, 2 to waste recycling. I don't think they know that it's a locked spawn. Because 2 of them just kind of snuck into waste recycling taking a peek there.
Yeah, I agree. They probably don't realize that it's locked spawn because there's no reason to go over there and sneak that early. DTPN again going a fast obs, using it to scan for ambushes like they did in the last game. So I'm sure this is something that they've worked out that they like to do, just to make sure they can secure those early engagements. It's a lot of resources invested though. I mean, that's already 2 scans at 6 res right off the bat. That's quite a hefty investment.
It might pay itself off though if, you know, you factor in that this is a brand new map that nobody really knows. Just to make sure that you gain those RTs. Might be worth it, except look at this. We have a 4-man skulk push
From
collapsing
both
in on
sides.
2 Marines here. Both sides, do Ferrari and Goblin trying to fend off. No skulks going down here. And look at that. Big old skulk bar swarms over both of those Marines.
Alright, so Carapace started really early here for aliens. You can, if you rush it, you can get out in the first minute, but still relatively fast for how they're getting it. Let's see, we've got Marines already pushing in towards organ donation, but they're going to be disappointed when they don't find anything in there. Aliens opting instead to go over towards X. Another scan going off. They want to make sure they can get into this hive. And Skulks were in a position to reinforce. They thought the Marines were going to go towards oxygenation, but they didn't. They ran straight into the main base. And quickly getting ushered out.
Taking a little bit long to capitalize on any play like that.
And there's another
split. 2 gorges. Skulks slowly kind of streaming in here.
Now would be the time to strike.
And both Marines are so separated from each other. R2 being caught with a 2v1 fight, and Arnaldo being caught on his own as well.
Quite a bit of indecision there. Not necessarily map experience, but going in, hesitating, backing out, and then splitting from each other. Could have done a lot more damage if they had just stuck either in or out and then just stayed together. Got 4 aliens on the left-hand side clearing 1 extractor. This is a heavy commitment just to do a little bit of res damage. Marine's going to be able to freely cap along the right side and then be in a position to hit extractors. Or harvesters, I'm sorry.
And on top of that, going into waste recycling means that they're going to be blocking the natural hive expansion up. Waste recycling is a pretty strong hive if you can manage to set it up, but now they have 3 Marines up there, probably going to be able to get an extractor, maybe even go, yep, straight for phase tag. We're probably going to be looking for a hive lock scenario coming up here, with Armor 1 already started and about 20% done.
Yeah, I'll probably see an armory, I'm assuming, dropped here, and they'll just hang out here and wait for phase tech.
So Marines sitting on 6 extractors here with all of the with their current form out for the RT count.
Yeah, looks like they just want to push oxygenation and do some damage. That's a smart call. They don't need the phase tech right now. Get it later when you're in a position instead of just waiting. And those Hydra's in a bad spot.
Up too. Here comes the fight. 2 Skulks versus 3 Marines. The Hydras just aren't really doing any chip here. Ferrari managing to get a nice kill on Tequila right now. Kozak left at 38 HP, waiting for some Skulk reinforcements, but it's 1 guy on the top of the vent, plus 1 gorge.
And they're going to lose
They're going to need a little bit more force than that in order to overwhelm the squad.
And now do you push here or do you fall back? I would get rid of the Hydras if I were the Marines, but they're going to have to deal with this engagement here first.
There we go. Kind of a critical mass of aliens. It's about 5 on the field swarming all over those 3 Marines. Except now we have Electrical Corps built back up and a 2-man pressure team moving in through Skylights, probably going to start harassing organ donation.
Yeah, there's no one in position to really stop this, so I imagine they'll get this before the Skulks can respond. Phase gate set up in gravity to be built, kind of a safe push-off point for Marines to either hit oxygenation or organ donation.
The alien's not responding at all to losing this organ donation extractor right here. We have 1 Skulk going through the vent and X, trying to get the flank here. Looks like he was spotted by Arnaldo. People said I was pronouncing his name wrong. I don't know how to say it. Arnaldo. Arnold. I'm just gonna call him Arnold. So Arnold and Marditu versus VDK the Lurk, getting chipped down to 50% instantly.
Every time you say Mardu D2, I think R2D2.
Marditu. VDK the Lurk swooping in against Marditu right here. Not managing to get the kill, but doing lots of chip with his poison overtime damage.
Alright, well, I'm curious if the Goblin and Dufry are going to get a phase gate over here and waste and lock down the hive, or if they're just going to push forward from this point.
I think the long-term play would be to go straight for the phase gate. Look at this. In X, we have Marditu and... Oh wait, that's not Marditu. That's Cabal and Arnaldo. Being overrun by 2 Lurks and a Skulk. Managing to kill 1 Skulk in the crew, but not gonna be enough. Tequila coming in, flanking Marditu right there. Kozak taking the kill though with some spikes.
Shotgun's now finished, so Lurk's gonna have to make sure they don't get caught off guard by that. Getting the second chair here, probably looking for the ability to get Nano. Or maybe just going fast jets because the AA already started. So with 7 extractors, maybe they're just looking for early jets or exos. That would be interesting. Exos?
I think they're going jetpacks. Jetpacks, nano shields. I mean, jeez, that is a lot of extractors. We're kind of in like a normal, well, not normal, but a Marine favored Veil game. You know, you can get 7 extractors easy on Veil as Marine if you're winning. But I suppose the inverse can happen here on anything. Look at this waste recycling. That's what's giving them all that money right there, and blocking the next normal expansion. Marditu versus 3 life forms here. He's got a shotgun, nano shield online. That's being dropped just in time.
Oh
just
no!
In case, but VDK takes the massive blast. Arnold managing to finish off with a big blast of lead. I think the retreating Lurk as he tries to get away.
Arnaldo getting baited out there. The thing is just Marditu waiting around the edge there, but Arnaldo just hitting him in the back, not seeing it coming at all.
Number 1 way that Lurks die is on the way out. Actually, most high life forms die like that. That's kind of the way you get killed. Looking for that escape route. Look at this. This is a 2 shotgun push with 1 AR in the back. Goes out looking like he's trying to save this extractor. But every time he dies here, he's gambling with his life. There is literally no way he can save that. He needs to just run away and think about his options. But again, he's trying a dive here. There is 2 shotguns in this crew. Is he going to get away? 3% left on his health. Just barely making it to the hive.
Extremely
Stop
dangerous.
Gambling.
These Marines are walking around with welders too, so he's not going to be able to even do decent chip damage to them. So very smart play by DTPN, recognizing the Lurks and bringing welders with to just pretty much negate anything the Lurk can do. Oh, here got the engagement. It's going to try and clear them here.
Here we go. Here comes the flank play coming in. The nano getting popped. The shotguns are still up, unloading their shells. Medkits flying in everywhere. Arnold is the last one left in this crew. Tequila versus Arnold right now. Another nano shield casted directly after it. An enzyme played out. Kozak trying to swoop in on this Marine shotgun. He's running out of shell. This is the time to get the kill if you're going to try to go for it. Skulk coming in, helping out, getting the assist. The Lurk again swooping in for more bite. He needs to be really careful. More meds, more meds, more nano. We are investing to win here.
Oh my gosh!
Kozak getting fragged by Marditu with the assist from the shotgun.
Yeah, I was gonna say that all this is not paying off, but then you gotta take into account they have 7 extractors, so they can blow those nanos. They can use meds, and it's the fact that the Lurk had to commit so much just to even hold him in place, and then eventually losing it. Now we've got no life forms. We have just Skulks with no leap, and luckily they have Carapace, which can save them a little bit here, but. I mean, with this much support that's going to be available for the Marines, it's going to be difficult to clear this.
Oh, but look at this. Some good kills coming in. Managing to take out 2 of the Marines. 1 Marine is left. Just Cabal here to defend on his own against a spawning alien horde. Except now we have his reinforcements coming in from transfer. They lost oxygenation RT a while ago. We have another 2 Marines up, and it looks like a 1 shotgun squad and 1 AR.
Yeah, so we've got the aliens pinned in their hive now. There is another hive that's going up an electrical core, but We're only sitting on one harvester versus 7 extractors. Jets are on the way. We've got, level 2 weapons, level 1 armor. And we got 5 Marines in here now. As soon as these last 2 aliens are dead, they're going to have no eggs.
5 Marines and it was 4 shotguns, now down to 2. Looks like the aliens are slowly getting out of this fight here, except they are running out of life forms. 2 Marines left, 3 Marines left, another one coming in to reinforce. The nano being popped onto Goblin again.
And
that's everywhere.
There's only 1 egg left. Electrical's still not done. Out of eggs. LARP is the last one, and he goes down. And I imagine we'll see a GG here pretty soon with them being unable to spawn.
Especially with 3 shotguns. Again, hammering the hive. A really heavy shotgun push here. Feels like he kind of sealed the deal, especially when they let him get up to 7 extractors. So much support. Everything's coming online.
Yeah, DTPN just having some great field presence there. Able to hold so much of the map. CiB doing what they could, having some great coordinated hits, but just couldn't do anything against all the support the commander could give there.
Those nanos on was that Mardito or Arnold? Arnaldo.